Hello Virgo, and welcome to your monthly Zodiac wheel reading. You're with Elise. I'll just focus here for you, Virgos. And ask Great Spirit, angels and guides to join us in this reading for Virgo, for Virgo's highest good and for the good of all concerned. Thank you for any messages that you share with us for Virgos. Oops. Okay. I'll stop there because they all wanted to come out then. Alrighty, so we've got restrictions, something holding you back, definitely something holding you back, could even be something quite toxic, but you've got the Midas touch. So Eight of Swords is the first one up. This is about feeling some frustration and other people's actions have been confusing you a bit. So you could sort of be not too impressed with maybe it could be a business life or it could be personal, or it could even be both, because you're feeling a bit trapped and restricted from being able to get on with life freely. Then you have the Devil card. This is a very Capricorn energy, so it's usually something to do with the higher ups, and it's in the area of your wealth, how you earn your money, how you survive, and also your constructive talents. They're all being affected here by someone or something that's got power over you. Alright? So feeling held back because of that power that somebody else has got over you. But never fear, because you've got the King of Pentacles to the rescue, and this is communicating to you that you are on the path of success in business or acquiring material possessions, which is also connected to this second house area. And being very business savvy with that King of Pentacles there, and this is in the area of communication, and it governs your siblings as well as your local area. Okay, then you've got the Five of Cups reversed. So this is about allowing new people into your life, meeting people halfway, not isolating, so you've got a bit more freedom being shown here. You could even be forgiving someone, and it also is indicating the return of someone into your life, someone coming back, and it's in the home and family area and property and land, and it is associated also with the country that you live in. But you are worrying over your worrying, and you could be worrying about children. Next one is you again putting your skills to work here, and you will get justice out of this because you've got the Justice card there in the partnerships. So whatever you're worried about with your partnerships, business or personal, justice will be yours. Okay, So now with this Nine of Swords here, this is in the area of children, matters of the heart, hobbies and sports. It's where you find your joy, where you enjoy your entertainment and even playing games. Okay, so you could be worried about something that is kind of keeping you awake at night. That's the only bothersome thing really with that Nine of Swords, because it can really be about being overwhelmed, having disturbed sleep, insomnia, and not being able to see that there is a new beginning. There is something starting afresh, but because you're worrying so much about something else, you're not able to see that new beginning. So if you can, talk it out with somebody. This is the social area of the wheel, so your friendship groups, your social groups, communicate with them, talk to them about it, reach out. You don't have to carry all the burden of this all on your own, because it could be making you feel overwhelmed, and it's also a message of not overthinking something. Okay? Then with the Three of Pentacles here, this is about your creative talents and advancing in your job or your work life. So there's good signs there that you've buckled down and tackled things one step at a time, and you've made the necessary adjustments and stayed positive, and it's a sign of a lucky break. You're at a turning point, and your lifestyle is going to improve because of opportunities that are going to be presenting themselves for you to earn that bit extra. So that's always good news. And you can then use that bit extra to nurture and care for your own well-being. And Justice here is speaking to you about fairness and the revelation of truth coming out. You're willing to accept your personal accountability for anything, and if there has been any wrong made toward you, then that will be made right. So this also governs legal contracts and cause and effect. The laws of the universe are all embodied in the Justice card. So that's highlighting your marriage, relationships, business partnerships, groups, and it's the area of the wheel of balance and harmony, and it governs legal affairs, contracts, and partnerships. Judgment is the next card up. So with these major arcanas being present in your spread, you are on the pathway of growth. So even if you don't feel that things are growing or moving in the direction that you want, which is very possible with that Eight of Swords there, this spread is letting you know that you are on the pathway to growth. And with Judgment here in the area of other people's money, joint resources, inheritances, beginnings and endings. Something has to end in order to give birth to something new. The 8th house is the area of renewal. The occult, it's also a psychic house, and it governs taxes, corporations and banks. So there's something that you're sort of bonded to. So you may be in a locked-in contract of some sort or obligation of some sort, and you are wanting to, you're wanting redemption, you're wanting freedom, and the Judgment card is about just that: redemption, release, transformation, awakening, forgiving yourself and anyone who has hurt you, and letting go of all the negative emotions surrounding you and preventing you from growth. Then you have the Empress, beautiful, right next door. So you've got a lot of powerful outside forces at work. And sometimes things are not completely in your hands. But that's okay. Things are turning and they're working towards your favour. And the Empress is the goddess of fertility and femininity. It also, when it appears in your spread, is highlighting your relationship with your mother, or you yourself as a mother. And it does relate to love and a proposal of some description. And it's here in your higher learning area, higher education, higher wisdom, long-term goals, the future. So for those of you that are planning to become a parent, this is letting you know that there is a pathway to growth for that. And then you have in this quadrant, which is to do with how you manifest, how you co-create, and how you use your thought, energy and power to create. Now you've got up here in the zenith of the wheel the Two of Cups reversed. So you may be feeling that maybe love is on the rocks due to some sort of misunderstanding. Then the remedy is to really look within to see if you have trust issues, okay? Or maybe the person you're dealing with has trust issues. But this is your social status, this is your reputation on the line here. Okay? So it's also a message to you that you might not be ready to sign on the dotted line yet. If there's legal issues with partnerships or business relations, they may be wanting you to sign off on something and you're not quite ready by the looks of this. There is some words of wisdom coming from the Queen of Swords being there in the area of your social groups, friendship groups, co-creating and manifesting. This 11th house area is to do with long-term objectives and manifesting. And the Queen of Swords is stubborn and aloof when she's reversed. It is representing a water sign, an air sign, feminine energy, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. And it could even be that you're looking into a new way of dating for those of you that are single. Looking for a new relationship. There is a message from the Queen of Swords that is letting you know that if you are struggling from being released from past relationships or having flashbacks from past relationships, this is letting you know to seek out counsel. Seek out some sort of professional guidance and counselling through maybe someone you know, may be able to introduce you to somebody and point you in the right direction. And then in this area of the 12th house, the subconscious, that which is hidden behind the scenes, you can self-sabotage area. It's your mind being your psyche, your feelings, your moods, your instincts, but it's also about your health and your search for self-renewal and knowing your limitations. And you've got the Six of Pentacles there. So that is about feeling like there's been some sort of crisis, whether it's financial or emotional, and out of that you're not willing to accept charity, or you see a gift as being charity, and feeling like you can't see your way out of the situation. Now that may be right, that you at the moment, from where you're looking, you can't see your way out. But this is letting me know that you have got a way out here. You've got the pathway of growth, and it is connected to other people, and it's connected to contracts, it's connected to possibly banks or loans, and it's connected to that ability to be able to really switch your perspective away from worrying about something that hasn't even happened yet, and changing that into something that can manifest and take you in the direction of fruitful, prosperous, loving pathways. So I'll just put the quartz crystal here for clarity for you Virgos. So if you've got a quartz crystal, do use it and carry it with you whenever you're feeling a bit confused or uncertain about something. Okay? And I'll also just use my Heavenly Lift mist spray, which is just divine, to just clear the energy for you. Okay, so now I will just ask for your guardian angel. That you can turn to and ask for guidance here through July. Oh. Okay, and you have the Angel of Belief. So there's a need here for you, Virgo, to really believe in yourself. Belief is about you believing that you can rise above it all, become the goddess. Use that goddess energy, the feminine energy, the yin energy. And number 3 is significant. And 3 is a timing number, so the time of 3. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months is your message. Now Virgo, while I'm shuffling the Angel Oracle, you can focus on something you want to ask about, or actually ask a question. Focus on an issue that you'd like to have some sort of clarification for. Okay, thank you, angels. and maybe something that you want to sort of give up on, or you're feeling that what you've been doing to try and co-create and manifest isn't working. This is a message to you saying don't stop. Don't stop practicing. Practice makes perfect. The more we practice this, the better we get at it. Okay? And have the belief that what you are trying to manifest into your life already is. You've already got it. And feel that feeling that you've already got it. Okay? Now I will just finish off this part 1 now, and I will move on to part 2 of the planetary placements for all sun, moon and rising signs of Virgo. Thank you for joining me for part 2. So part 2 is the planetary placements, and I have the major planets, the big slower moving planets, all in their place. For those of you that have been following your Virgo readings will know that these are the slower moving planets, and we have Saturn, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto. Uranus, Neptune and Pluto are the transformational planets. So this is showing, highlighting where the change is happening in your life, where the alterations are being made. And Saturn is the timekeeper. Saturn is the father of time, the lord of karma. Saturn is a social planet, but it also does bring with it restrictions and limitations, and modelling and shaping new boundaries in this area of work, health, co-workers, your working conditions. It governs your pets, in-laws, mind, body and well-being. Okay, now Aquarius is retrograde and doesn't go back to forward motion, so it's in sort of reverse motion when retrograde, going back over something in your working life or to do with your health and well-being, or maybe something to do with your pets and animals as well. So it can be quite laborious in that area of your life. And you could find yourself, you know, reflecting on the past, but realise that there is something that is going to be coming to an end, because that's going to be making room for a new beginning. Okay? Then you have Uranus here, Uranus being the planet of the unexpected, the unconventional, sudden events, surprises. It's the planet of freedom, and it does rule technology, and it is in the earth sign of Taurus. So that Taurus energy is about nature and beauty and connecting with nature and our food. Now this is in this area of higher education, long distance travel and long-term objectives and goals. So you could surprise yourself of just how fruitful you actually are going to be from all your efforts. There's a great sign of abundance there, and it could be a lucky break, a bit of a windfall too, because Uranus does bring an element of surprise, and the Empress is such a powerful card that, yeah, I do feel that there could be some success there for you financially, okay, and getting with the rhythms of nature as well, being able to spend more time doing that. Neptune here in the partnerships area is also retrograde, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 planets retrograde this month, through this month, and Neptune is one of them. and it went retrograde on the 26th, so it's sort of moving back, going over old ground as well, and it won't be going direct again until the 1st of December. And the Neptune energy is a channel for other realities to come through. So you really trust your instincts and your intuition, and any sort of psychic messages that you get or signs. If you think it is a sign, then you can be sure that it is. Okay, now ways to use this Neptune energy, because in retrograde the Neptune can be sort of a bit confusing and have you under a bit of an illusion or a fog, and the way to attain an antidote to that is through music, through your beliefs, your intuition, what your sensitivities are around all that. Take time for meditation and all Neptune inspiring energies. So maybe write things down, forgive yourself, forgive others, have that come from that place of compassion. And you may even find that delving into the mystical side of life is really healing and clarifying for you, to do with partnerships of all kinds. Okay, and then you have Pluto here in the area of children, where you find your fun, your joy, sport and hobbies. And this is a very social area of the wheel with Pluto there. So Pluto is in Capricorn and is retrograde, is one of the retrograde planets until the 7th of October. So you can write those dates down for any of you new viewers. These are the moving and shifting dates that I give here. So the message with Pluto is that there is no rehearsal, and you are summoning up the courage to develop your new skills and carve out a new way for yourself, because your old realities are being tested. Now, it also does indicate fateful encounters with someone and a test of faith, because you will be really having a profound soul-searching experience. Now, Pluto's paradoxical energies results in letting go of a cherished idea, person or goal, but not by forcing it into submission. So it's a message of not forcing somebody or something to submit to you. Okay, so the clear quartz crystal is wonderful for getting clarification of that area of your life. Now, the new moon is in Cancer on the 10th of July, so a wonderful time to set intentions, and it's here in the area of co-creating and manifesting long-term objectives. The new moon in Cancer governs your emotions, your intuition, and symbolizing your subconscious mind. So it really is heightening your psyche and your feelings, so you feel things more intensely and trust your instincts. And it's a strong nurturing quality too, here in the 11th house with your friendships and love that's received. So you will be in a situation that you will either be the person that is nurturing and loving towards your friendship groups or social groups, and they will be giving you that nurturing as well. So there's sort of a give and take there of that, which is a very nice energy. So set your intentions of what you would like to see unfold. It is a time for new beginnings with this new moon in Cancer. So wonderful time to co-create and start manifesting the new beginning that you would like to see unfold. The sun is here in the 12th house. The sun is in its own sign of Leo, so it's very happy there. Strong yang energy. Could be a person of authority, or it may be a father figure or a male role model. It is something that's hidden and kept behind the scenes, so maybe it's something that you're keeping to yourself, but it is also a message of taking care of your heart and nurturing your heart, because this is one of the healing areas. The 6th house is about your health, and so is the 12th house. So for heart energy, or maybe you have a what we could call a wonky heart, like have tachycardia or something like that, use the rose quartz crystal. I keep mine down in my bra on the side of my heart, and it's also wonderful for healing a broken heart and giving your heart the opportunity to be revitalized. Wonderful time for that when the sun is in Leo. Pardon me. Mercury is here in the 10th house, and Mercury is all about communication, written media, definitely media. I'm getting through here. Now this is in the area of promotions, social status, reputations, and Mercury in Gemini up here in this 10th house is highlighting your life's achievements. It governs promotions, parents and governments, so it could be messages coming through from the government, because Mercury is the god of messengers, and it could be to do with youth, journalism and the trades as well. Okay, so that's all really being highlighted up there in that zenith of the wheel. So there's some big news coming through again, I feel, from governments of some description. Interesting. Then we have Venus. Now Venus is here in the 12th house with the Sun, Venus in Leo, and Mars in Leo. So we've got the Sun, Venus and Mars all here in Leo. Now Venus is the planet of love and beauty and harmony, and it's where the pleasure and happiness in life comes through. It also governs luxury and wealth and money. So that's there in the 12th house. So that's something that again is behind the scenes that you may not be able to see yet, but it's what's coming. Mars is a masculine energy, and Mars is in Leo until the 29th of July, so it's well complemented, great for organising and showing your leadership skills and ability. And while it's in this 12th house, which is your subconscious and what's hidden, it's sort of not really allowing that extrovert side of yourself to really come shining through. But Mars will be moving into Virgo here on the from the 29th of July. So you can really flex your muscles at that time. And it's also opposing Saturn over here. So that is about separation. So there's something that you are separating yourself from, okay? Could be to do with this business contract or contract with partnerships that you've got here. There's some sort of a need for being apart from each other. Venus is also moving into Virgo on the 22nd of July. So this is a beautiful time from the second half of July for really looking after yourself with beauty treatments, whether you're male or female, because Mars is wanting to get into looking after yourself as well. And for the masculine side of things, it could be our muscles that we're treating or toning. For the feminine side of things, it could be the feminine reproductive system, where you could be using things like rose hip tea or evening primrose to help with your well-being in that sense. But really wonderful time here from the 22nd of July onwards for any sort of beauty treatment or looking after our bodies, okay? So that is really nice energy there. And then we have Jupiter. Now Jupiter is here in the 7th house, and so as we know is Neptune, so partnerships, marriages, legal affairs, contracts, all in this realm that Jupiter is in Pisces. So the Lord of Abundance is in the Pisces frequency still until the 29th of July. So you could find yourself at that time not necessarily wanting to continue on the path that you were heading down. Okay, so there could be a change of mind there about what you want to do, because Jupiter then goes back into retrograde and moves back into Aquarius. Okay, so that we're moving back into this area with Saturn, the Lord of Karma. So the Lord of Abundance and the Lord of Karma will be back in Aquarius. So we've had a bit of a glimpse at the Pisces frequency with Jupiter being in Pisces, but we're going to be going back into the Aquarius energy. So the low vibe energy for that is exaggeration, and people can actually put on some weight. The high vibe generation, the high vibe frequency is about your beliefs and faith. Your morals and ethics, treaties and diplomacies. So there could be some sort of treaty that you've got to sort of make with somebody or something. Or we may hear about treaty from a government body, because I do feel there's big messages coming there with the Mercury in Gemini up there in your 10th house, from authorities, from people that you have to deal with in the outside world. Okay, so I'll just focus here on your confirmation card. Confirmation card for the Princess of Winter. Logical, truthful, curious, undiplomatic. Seagull energy. This is an excellent challenge that calls upon your ability to think of a matching solution. If helpful information is put to you bluntly, accept the message without bothering or being bothered by the messenger. Okay, so it's another message for this Mercury card. Actually, don't shoot the messenger. You might not be overwhelmed with what you messages you receive, but it's an important one nonetheless, and very helpful information will be coming through that message. So big messages coming your way, Virgo. So thank you so much for joining me, Virgo, and sending you loving light and many blessings. Please do click the like button and share with all your friends, and for any information of how to contact me, you can find that down in the description box below. And for any of new viewers, thank you so much for joining me this month, and do click on that subscribe button down there, okay? And you won't miss out on any future updates. Okay, so thank you so much, Virgo. Namaste.